gonna replant all the flower power plants.
Greetings, this is Brigitte Mars and I welcome you to my Rawsome kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make a vegan something that tastes like bacon. And this might be just the thing you need so that you can make a ZLT without the pig. And this is also a great opportunity to use some of those giant zucchinis that maybe your neighbors left on your doorstep before they ran away. You know, those zucchini that get as big as a baseball bat, but you can also just use nice normal zucchini. Eggplant would be another alternative. So the first thing we're going to do is use a mandolin to slice the zucchini very thin. Now, a mandolin is a very serious tool that if you're not careful can cut you. But this will make some very thin slices. Make sure you are mindful and use the little hand protector when using the mandolin. What if you don't have a mandolin? Another thing that works well is a nice big cheese slicer or vegetable peeler. You can make nice strips, which could also be used. Okay, so that's the first part. Now we're going to put our strips of zucchini or eggplant into a pan and add a marinade. So when I think about what I would like to use in the marinade, I'm not using exact ingredients, but this is going to give you a general idea. So we're going to add a little nutritional yeast, which is really high in B vitamins and protein and zinc and iron. We want to make it taste a little bit salty, so you could use salt. Today I'm choosing to use some unpasteurized tamari. Now I'm going to show you. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, just a little bit of olive oil, which is going to make it nice and crispy. Not too much. I always like to use extra virgin olive oil because that is the first pressing. You know how sometimes maple flavoring was sometimes added to bacon that you remember from a long time ago? Yes, so we're going to add just maybe a teaspoon of maple syrup, which is a great sweetener. I always try to buy the darker maple syrups. They're higher in minerals. And then the last ingredient is a little bit of liquid smoke. I don't think it's really bad. It's not something I would use every day, but liquid smoke, it's made by burning wood and collecting the smoky water, and we just use about a teaspoon of it. So we're going to give everything a little bit of a toss, and you could add a little paprika. That would add a nice red coloring. Just toss it together, and if you don't have a food dehydrator, you probably are going to want one because it's such a great way to preserve things. But basically, you lay your strips on the food dehydrator. And people always want to know, well, how long do you dehydrate it for? You're going to dehydrate it till it's crispy, which might be a day, it might be 2 days, depending on how moist the weather is, how humid it is, and how high you have the dehydrator turned up to. I like to do it at about 110 degrees because enzymes start getting killed at 114. So you put it in the dehydrator. And then, this is my nice Sedona dehydrator. Then a day or two later, you have crispy, wispy strips of vegan bacon. Yum. Thanks for joining me, Brigitte Mars, in the Rawsome kitchen.
Let the power of the flower show us the dance.